In the start, we see a modern-day witch named Bike who goes to meet two witches. Now these three start performing some magic, and then one of the witches throws a card and discovers that in the future, 3 men will come. One will be Christ, one will be Yellow Sponge, one will be Green Soldier, and there will also be a child with them. Because of these 4, the witches are going to receive some good luck. After this, the story shifts to Spain, where we see them, the people, namely Christ, Yellow Sponge, and Green Soldier, in a market. The ones that were mentioned earlier. These people appear to us wearing costumes where they were performing. In the market, where 2 guards working at the gold shop enter the jewelry store. Now a child is already sitting at the gold shop. That child signals to his companions from the cross shop and enters the shop, and here they start robbing the shop's gold at gunpoint. Just then, the person wearing the Green Soldier costume arrives, and when he sees the little child putting gold into his bag, he says, "Why did you bring this child here? You don't know how dangerous this work is." Into which he replies, "This is my son, who will always stay with me, and you don't need to worry about him." After this, they start to flee from there after looting the gold. Just then, the police also arrive and start firing indiscriminately at them. In return, the 3 of them also advance, while firing bullets at the police. But when they head towards their vehicle, the Green Soldier's friend, who was sitting in the car, takes the car and escapes from there. So, on their way, they stop a car, and the driver and passenger inside it. They forcefully get into the car and escape from there. But the police were still chasing them. After a while, they managed to distract the police and move ahead. But their other companions were left behind. The police catch them. After this, the police start inquiring them, where they reveal that none of them knows each other's real names. "We all met at the gold shop, and that's where we plan to rob the store." On the other hand, the people sitting in the car are also talking among themselves, where we learn that Jose and his wife are divorced. That's why he now wants his son to study, who was a Green Soldier. He was jobless, had no work to do, and was in dire need of money. The driver also talks about his family. Then the passenger shares about himself, saying that he was also going somewhere for work. Now these people plan to go to France to avoid the police. At the same time, Jose receives a call from his wife, so he gives the phone to his son to talk. Then Josh's son starts telling his mother everything, that the police are chasing them and they have a lot of gold. But before Josh's son can say anything more, Josh angrily cuts the call. Suddenly, Josh's son remembers that his school bag was left at the gold shop. Meanwhile, the police get hold of Josh's son's bag. The police take out a book from the bag and start checking it. In that book, Josh's son's name and his mother's contact number were written. The police call and summon her to the police station. Here the police ask Josh's wife about him. Along with that, they ask for something, but Josh's wife shows them all the pictures she has. In none of them was Josh's face visible. Then the police tell Josh's wife that her husband Josh has robbed an entire gold shop and escaped from the police, and their son is with him. Hearing this, Josh's wife becomes very nervous. So she runs away from the police station and calls her son. But this time, her son does not answer her call. Here, Josh's wife uses GPS to track the location, and now she also starts following Josh. The 2 police officers who were questioning Josh's wife also start following her. After this, we see Josh and the others talking in the car while the police are still chasing them. To escape from the police, they take a different route and start moving along the mountain path, where they manage to leave the police behind. After this, they continue on their journey. Then on the way, a strange woman is seen laughing. After a short while, they reach a town where they encounter a strange, quite old rest stop with a wicked woman, and there was also an old man who seemed quite odd as well. Since it was night, they decide to stay there. The driver goes to the washroom there and sees a strange eye staring at him from below, which frightens him a lot, and he comes back. The students are given soup to drink. While drinking the soup, these people see a girl in the kitchen who is putting a severed foot into the soup, which makes them quite nervous and scared. When Jose's son is playing outside, he sees strange kinds of dolls there. There was also a dummy of an old woman with her mouth open. Jose's son goes into her mouth, but when he is about to fall from her mouth, the same bad man who was at the reception saves him. After this, the bad man brings Jose's son inside the restaurant. Here, the bad woman is explaining to them the way to go to France. She is explaining that to go to France, you will have to pass through a village, and when the old woman mentions the name of that village, the driver becomes quite nervous because it is the village of Vichyscata, where a very dangerous witch used to live. But the bad woman assures them that there is nothing like that. All are false stories, fake things, and there is nothing in the village. Only ordinary human beings live there. After a while, they get back into their car and continue on their journey. But when they are about to enter the village, the driver stops the car and flatly refuses to go any further, because he still believes that this is the village of the witch, and he explains to them that we should not go. Indeed, a witch lives here, and black magic was first practiced in this village in the world. But when no one listens to him and tells him to drive the car, the driver, though scared, starts driving because he was quite nervous. That's why he accidentally hits the old woman with his car. When they get out of the car to check on the old woman who came in front of the car, they realize that this old woman is actually the owner of the restaurant. Now here the driver becomes very nervous and says, "Oh man, this old woman was in the restaurant, so how did she end up here?" Because the distance from the restaurant to here is quite a lot, and she didn't even have a vehicle. But once again, Josh doesn't listen to him and starts to open a small bag hanging around the old woman's neck. But here, the driver and the green soldier stop Josh from doing so. But in the meantime, the small bag opens and something like a slime comes out and sticks to their face, and when they clean off the slime and look, the old woman's body is not there. Seeing this, they realize that there is definitely some danger or trouble here, so they quickly get into their vehicle and move ahead. Now, since going back was not possible for them, they just move straight ahead. After a little while, they enter this village where a woman stops their car on the road. This lady asks them if they have seen any evil woman. She was my mother and was a little sick. Actually, this lady was talking about the evil woman, meaning the owner of Ku's restaurant, because she was her daughter. Now, because these people had hit her with their car, that's why he says that they haven't seen any evil woman. Then the lady, the old woman's daughter, says that, "Where will I go so late at night? Please give me a lift to my home." At first they refuse, but later they give her a lift, and when they reach the lady's house, they meet her daughter there. That is the same modern era witch we saw at the start of the movie. Now the one who wanted to leave immediately from there couldn't see his son. Then, to find Jose's son, they go inside their house. While searching for Josh's son, they enter a room where they see the same old woman, the restaurant owner, who was putting Josh's son into a large pot. This meant that the old woman was still alive, who quickly takes his son out of the pot, and they start to run away from there. But in the haste to escape, Josh left the bag full of gold at the house. After getting into the car, they remember the bag, so they go back to the house to retrieve it. As soon as they enter the house, the evil woman and her daughter capture Josh and the green soldier, and they also capture the driver sitting in the car. After this, they lock all of them up, but Josh's son manages to escape from there. On the other hand, we see Josh's wife, who had reached the same resort where we see the evil woman at the reception, who had come here from Vapi. Here, Josh's wife asks the old woman about Josh, but the old woman lies, saying she hasn't seen him. After this, when Josh's wife goes to the washroom, she also sees someone's eye there, so she immediately comes out. Then, as Josh's wife is sitting in her car and leaving, she hears her son's voice there. In reality, Josh's son is actually there. He calls out to his mother, but she cannot hear him and moves on without seeing him. After this, Josh's son stops another car, but in that car there is no one else but the evil woman and her husband, and here they capture Josh's son. After this, Josh's wife also reaches the same village. Here she sees the same car that the police had told her about, the one in which Josh and the others were. Following that car, she reaches the same house. Here, while following Josh's wife, the two police officers also arrive there, and when they reach the door of the house, they see that the door has already been closed. So now they enter the house through the window. There, while searching for Josh's group, they end up on the roof of a room. Upon looking, they realize that a dinner party is going on there, where all the witches were about to make Josh and his companions their dinner. And just then, they fall straight from the roof onto the dining table. Because of their fall, the witches start attacking them. Chaos ensues there. People start running here and there to save their lives, but now the witch captures Josh's wife and those two police officers. Here she uses magic to turn Josh's wife into a witch as well. When Josh dies, he's trying to escape to save his life. She shows him the way out. Here we find out that Eva actually started liking Josh, but when Josh asks her to save the others, she gets very angry with him and starts scolding him. So she attacks Josh. Then Josh somehow manages to escape from there with great difficulty. After this, we see that the witches have now captured the green soldier and the driver. When the driver is looking for a way out, he finds a basement there. And that's when he meets Eva's brother in the basement. Here, Eva's brother also helps Josh and shows him the way out. He also tells him that all the witches together are going to perform a ritual on your daughter, where they will put her into the mouth of a giant lady. But if your son survives, he will become the guardian, of all these witches. Now hearing this, Josh gets quite scared, and as both of them are leaving, they hear someone's voice. This voice was actually coming from a box that was buried in the ground, and when they opened the box, it was none other than Eva. She tells them that when I told my mother that I started liking Joe, my mother locked me in this box. And when they come to a large field while searching for Josh's son, they see that a green soldier, a driver, and a police officer are tied up there. At that moment, the giant lady puts Josh's son in her mouth. After a while, Josh's son, comes out of her mouth, alive and well, which makes all the witches very happy. During this time, Josh's son, sees his father, Josh, who was hiding. That's why he starts calling out to his father, and all the witches also see Josh, and the giant lady starts attacking Josh. Now Josh starts to run away from there, but then she arrives there. Now since she was also a witch, they manage to help in killing the giant lady. Along with this, Josh and his other companions also survive. Then they all attack the witches together and escape from there. And finally, they manage to escape from the witches' village. After this, we are shown a scene 1 month later where we see Josh and the others at a show where Josh's son was performing some magic, and Josh had also gained custody of his son, so everyone was quite happy. After this, the evil woman, her daughter Ya, and Josh's wife are shown. Here, the evil woman's daughter says that she will not let those people stay happy, and with this the movie ends right there.